Hi, and thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how, by improving your website, you can get more exposure, outrank your competition, and of course, get more clients. So, first things first, I have your website here, and one of the first things that I have to strongly suggest is to add more relevant content. And when I say content, I'm not just talking about the images and the icons. I'm talking more about the text that your website has. In this case, the homepage has. Why is that so important? Because when Google analyzes your website, they start reading all the text that you have here. And if you have relevant text, relevant content, if you have original content, because that's the other things. Your content needs to be original, because if they find out that it's copy and paste from other place, or even with the images, you're not going to be ranking. It's going to be very, very difficult for you. But in this content, going back to the text, you need to include keywords that you want to be found for. For example, law office in New Jersey, or even for these specific practices, right? Personal injury, workers' compensation, depending on how um, how much you want to get that exposure. You can target specific cities. I know. I think that you're located in North Brunswick. Yes, there it is, North Brunswick. In your local area, you should be. I think you were ranking on the map section, and I'll talk about that in a second. But if you want to target more areas, more cities, counties, or even the whole state, it's possible, but you need to include those keywords so you can be found for. Now, that being said, the concept of the content applies for all the pages, but more for the homepage, because this is where most of the information will be. But same concept applies for the sub pages. For example, let's take a look here. Personal injury lawyer, serving North Brunswick, New Jersey. Yeah, there you go. So all here, this content, even though you have a lot of content here, a lot of text, if it's not if it's not relevant, if it's not including those keywords, you probably won't be even ranking. And how can we see that? I use this tool over here, what's called Ahrefs, and I can actually see how many words are you being found for, how many keywords are being found for, and you can see that it's only 67, which is pretty low, but you have over 3,000 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that I mentioned in your website, and this will give you power so you can be found on Google for those specific keywords. Now, think about like a popularity contest, right? The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more you're going to become relevant. The more relevant you're going to stay. Same principle, same idea, same concept. This concept is here with the backlinks, with the difference that not all links are created equal. So you can have thousands and thousands of links, but if they're not powerful, if they're not relevant, and most important, if they're not targeting those keywords that are associated with your content, chances are that you're not going to see the result that you want, and your rating is not going to go up. So let's take a look and see what keywords are you being found for, and the volume that they have, and how much traffic you're getting for that. So this is probably one of the branding names that you have, but not really relevant if you want to try to find people that are looking for personal injury attorneys, for example. This one over here is a little more abroad, I can say, because Brunswick, there's a lot of Brunswicks in the United States, so this can be a little bit misleading. But for example, this one, car accident lawyers, Franklin Park, New Jersey. There's 60 searches a month, and you're on the second page. You're only getting one visit because you're on the second page. And I'll explain that in a second. Why is that? Brunswick injury, we'll talk about that as well. That is not really detailed. So that one, second here. Personal injury law in Brunswick, not really. Uh, this one, for example, personal injury attorney, East Brunswick, New Jersey. There's 90 searches a month, and you're almost on the fifth page, so you're not getting any traffic. So let's use an example and see what would you need to so people can actually find you for this specific keyword, because there's a lot searches, right? So if we go to Google, we type that. The first thing you're gonna see over here, this is sponsored by Google. You pay to be there. Then you have the map section, and this is something that if you're not in that local area, for example, East Brunswick, you probably are not going to be ranking here. And if your profile is not optimized, you probably won't even be in this whole section of here like this, right? Because Google, what it does is they take the local businesses for that specific area, in this case, East Brunswick, New Jersey, and they're gonna pull out whoever is more popular into here that are actually in East Brunswick. So you can target this area on your Google profile, but chances are that if you're not ranking here, you're probably going to be ranking in this top three. Anyway, I don't want to go too much in details on that, but the map section is really important. And when I did one of the keywords in Franklin, New Jersey, I think it was this one. Yeah, your your Google profile was actually ranking in the map section on number one, so that's really good for you. Moving on, we have the organic results, and this is what I was telling you. This is where you want to be, right? Because I just show you that there's around 90 searches a month, and you're not getting any. So on number one, we got this lawyers.findlaw.com. This is a directory, no big of a deal, but these guys over here, same thing, directory. What did I open here? Let me see. I think I opened, yeah, Lombard. There you go. So these are, let's see why these guys are ranking one, two, three, four on fifth position. And what would you need to actually start competing with these guys? Because these are actually the real competition, and not these directors. Because believe it or not, I've been finding out that it's easier to outrank directories that you actually direct competition would be Lombardi. And we can see that they have a dedicated page for this specific keyword, and you can see here that they have content, keep having content, more text content, more text content. So they have quite a lot going on here, and that's probably why they're ranking on that position. If we look on the back end of their website, especially this page, that page by itself is being found with 26 keywords, and they only have two backlinks, and you see the power that is gained. So these links are really good quality. If we look at the keywords that they're being found for, we were talking about personal injury. There you go. So this is a different one, personal injury lawyer. Yeah, this is personal attorney. So, but you can see the difference, right? 160 a month because of ranking number 5, they're getting 8 visits. The one that we were just talking about, personal injury attorney, is Brunswick, New Jersey. There's 90 searches a month that we just saw, and because of ranking number 5, they're getting another 7. So those are potential customers, potential clients that are looking for the services, and you could have you can take a piece of this pie if you start ranking correctly for these specific keywords. Now, keep in mind that you're not going to be limited for just 2 keywords. You can have as many. We can do a really quick research in depth and see what keywords would be actually suitable for you for the practices that you provide, and see which one are actually easy or not to rank. But what you need is to, going back to this topic, you need to include keywords like this one if you want to be found for this, because we can see that there's 90 here, there's 100 here, so there's potential there. And the content, it really needs to be um, relevant. And if you're going to be paying for backlinks, of course, they need to be really good quality, because this is where all the power comes from. And you can see that you have here over 3,000 backlinks, but it's not doing that much because you can see that one, you're not even appearing on the first page, and you're missing a lot of opportunities. And just for your reference, almost 70% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top 3 in the map section, the top 3 here on the organic results. That means that they don't scroll down all the way to the end of the page. They don't go to the second or third. third page. So there's a lot of opportunity that you are missing here, and you can actually take advantage. I always say this: a really well solid website is a very powerful tool for any business if it's done properly. I don't want to take too much of the time, so if you have any questions, please let us know. Once again, my name is Alex, and I hope that you find this information useful. Thank you.